Hey there guys, I'm SonicGhost and welcome back to some more Let's Play Pokémon Colosseum. It's been a few years, but we're back, and this time around we're here to cover the Mount Battle vs 100 mode. And joining me on this journey, I have a guest joining on, so go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey guys, I'm Matt from Matt's LP Adventures.
So, let's just go ahead and load into things here. And I want to go ahead and preference things before we start this by going over some specifics. So, if you guys have seen the bonus episode that's gone up on the YouTube channel, you basically know how this works, but for those of you who haven't seen it, you need to have all 40 of your shadow Pokemon in the game purified. So, if you want to unlock Ho-Oh, this is what you need to do to get this, and the only way to get Ho-Oh is through the Mount Battle vs 100 mode. So, I already took the liberty, I purified everything off screen, because you guys do not want to see things. Oh, I just realized, we're using the wrong save. Okay.
The stream's over!
Yeah. Alright, well, we did it.
We did it!
That's the speedrun. Stop the timer. Stop the timer. We did it. Alright, I gotta fix that. That's my bad. I forgot of all the things. I have the wrong file on the damn memory card. So, for this journey, we're going out of our way to unlock Ho-Oh. So, for starters, in order to unlock Ho-Oh, you need to purify all 48 Shadow Pokemon, which I've done on this file. If you guys have seen the bonus episode I posted about Pokémon Colosseum, going over all the specifics for getting Ho-Oh, then you basically know what's to go on with this whole thing, but if you haven't seen that video, the gist of things is, Mount Battle here in the story mode, you can't get a Ho-Oh from this. We've done this in the main playthrough, and all you get by the end of this is basically a time flute. So, this Mount Battle we're not going through. We're going through the Colosseum Battle version. So, I want to go ahead and just show my PC here. I'm going to show all those Shadow Pokemon. In the bonus episode I kind of just cheat all these Pokemon purified because it takes forever to purify these things, over 30 hours. I just use a bunch of time flutes. But we have one preference down. Got every single Pokemon in the game. They're all purified. Now to go over the team, because my team is also very interesting. I leveled everyone up to level 100, so all our levels be consistent and my Pokemon have max stats. And I swapped out 2 Pokemon on the team for the Let's Play for a Tyranitar and Houndoom. Umbreon and Hariyama got the short end of the stick here because, to be frank, I don't think they're going to do it for this mode, and I wanted to go through the mode with Pokemon you can only catch in this game. Hence why I have this very interesting team.
Umbreon's kind of a good Pokemon competitively, not story mode.
Not for this. Not for this.
I've learned, I love Umbreon. It's really good Pokemon, but I never really use Umbreon anymore for my single player games.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, because it's a good tank, but I don't know. I feel like it in single player games, it's not very good.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion, though.
So, if you guys have seen my Let's Play this game also many years ago, you may have a keen eye here and notice my nature's different. This is actually an interesting file, so I don't have the file anymore for that original Let's Play I did so many years ago. But for some reason, I had the practice file still in one of my memory cards. So this is the practice file I use to kind of play ahead. And my nature's different, but my team's all the same. So, I'm not going to show the natures, I just want to show the first one to note that, but this is what I'm going in with. As you can see, I did my best with what I had limited in this game, and also what I could, like, trade in from the GBA games to teach my Pokemon. I think I did a good job with pretty much everyone that's on my team. Especially for what 3rd gen can offer.
Well, this game in particular can offer.
Yeah, well that too. Like I said, I'm only using teammates I can get from this game, but some of the TMs and such are technically from like GBA games.
I mean, that's the hardest thing about Colosseum and its sister game XD have really bad. Like the hardest part of that game is the only Pokemon you can use are 50. There's 50 species you could use. That's it.
Yep.
50 Pokemon that you can use. 50 Pokemon and their families. I should be more specific because some of them evolve. But, there's only 50 Pokemon you can use.
Yeah, and there's no breeding or anything like that, so you can't even teach them new moves by learning it down.
Yeah. The two starter Pokemon and the 48 Shadow Pokemon. That's it.
Very limiting.
Very limiting.
Well, now I got that team showed off. Let's go in the Colosseum battle. This is where our challenge lies. The Mount Battle versus 100. First, I'm going to register my team in here. It's technically registered. Some of it's modified, so I'm going to re-register it just to be safe. Save all that progress to the card, and now it's time. Let's jump into the main attraction here. Enter a Mount Battle 100 Trainer Knockout Challenge. And you have two options, single or doubles. I just recommend going into this with singles because double battles are more complicated and a lot harder because of it. Single battle would just be a better option.
And you're already playing the game all the way double battle anyways.
Yep, so if you're tired of double battles, just pick your single option because that's going to be much better.
Battling is fun, right? This is the first battle. We haven't even tried it yet.
I don't even know this is fun. I just got here.
Yeah. XD expanded upon his dex, but not that much. Yeah,
yeah,
you're right.
It was like my double or somewhere around there. It wasn't that much more.
I think it had like 100 Pokemon. I'll have to go look that up.
Yeah,
Let me
while
go
you
look
do
that up.
I can explain at least this portion. So this is basically set up like a Pokemon Stadium game. You can only go into these battles with 3 Pokemon or 4 if you're playing in doubles. And I can check things before I pick my said Pokemon, but only on my team. I can't see the moves on my opponent's team, so I'm just going in blind with that. Let's go ahead and just select the 3 here. I'm going to start with Tyranitar. It doesn't really matter about the other 2.
In XD, there was 83 Shadow Pokemon. And I know you have your Eevee, of course. That's another one.
Yeah.
But there was a bunch of wild Pokemon XD, too, that you could catch.
Yeah, because that game did introduce wild Pokemon, but there was like 9. It wasn't that much more.
Yeah, it wasn't much. So it's probably somewhere around 90-ish to 100 Pokemon you could actually use in that game.
So I was pretty right on that, about double what this game had.
Yeah.
And since this is 3rd gen, that's not much, because it's like a third of the Pokedex.
This is a good game, though, for... Oh, gosh. I can't imagine you doing a Nuzlocke of this game.
Especially this kind of mode, because that would take forever. It'd be very punishing.
Yeah, Gen 3 had a national dex of 386 Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right, Kira.
Yeah, so that's, like I said, it's not even a 3rd then, if that's the case. That's low. And this one's worse. Not even a 6th.
Now, if you were able to use the snag machine, like to steal other Pokemon besides just Shadow Pokemon,
Missed opportunity.
that'd be different opportunity, different outcome.
I mean, we're coming from a criminal organization, so why not? How do you have morals now, Wes? I mean, it makes sense story-wise.
Whenever West quit Team Snag him, he just became mute and just devoid of emotions.
Well, no, when he left, he grew conscious, and he just didn't want to be evil anymore at that point. I don't really explain much of what he did there, besides that he worked with the snag machine. There, we won our first battle, and since none of our Pokemon faded, we get a perfect win, which means we get an extra continue. By default, we only get, I believe... It's 5 continues, I believe, by default. So you want to get perfect wins as much as you can.
He also renamed himself Luster.
Yeah, I mean, whenever I play a Pokemon game, I always call the character just me. Because one, whenever a Pokemon game comes out, I never know what the character's official name is, since they usually give you, like, a couple names default. Although nowadays, I don't even think they give you a name by default. So, if you don't know it, like I do, I just call whatever the character is me. Alright, so that's basically the whole mode. So at this point, we could just kind of talk about whatever, because we're going to be doing this another 99 times.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, it's going to be a long series.
Oh, this is the hard part of this thing. Yeah, doing this legit is like 10 hours.
Yeah.
10 hours to do. So that's why he's doing it in the stream format. So.
Also, why we're doing it after the bonus episode went up that covered Ho-Oh. So if we're a little bit behind the scenes of how this worked, I had to play through Mount Battle 3 times in this past month, all just to get all the footage I needed. To be fair, I didn't need to do that the other 2 times with like the GBA stuff, but I did anyways to see the outcomes. But I did that 3 times, and each time I did, I played on Dolphin with some cheat codes. So I used like basically a one-hit KO where every Pokemon came out of the Pokeball at 1 HP. So one move would just take it out, doesn't matter what. And I also played with like the speed up function on the emulator so I could get through it quicker. So all 3 of those runs took over 3 hours. That's a lot for cheats and a speed up function. So yeah, break that down. If I was doing that legit, it would have been 30 hours of just Mount Battle. Thank goodness that Dolphin exists.
That's just about as far as I went when I did this my legit way. Because, okay, I got a story to tell you when I got Ho-Oh legit. When I got my Ho-Oh legit. Oh gosh. All right, first time first. When I was a kid, all I read up online says, oh, well, in order to get Ho-Oh, you need to purify all 48 Pokemon. Okay. And you need to be Mount Battle. That's all it was said to me. No stipulations on all the stuff you covered in your video, Lester.
Yeah. But, 'cause I know early days when this game came out, no one really knew the stipulations for this. I didn't mean to hit suspend. I may do that once in a while.
So, what happened was, I took my Pokemon, I purified all of them. Took a very long time to purify them. That in itself was about 20 to 30 hours of itself.
Yeah, that sounds right.
And then, I didn't know about the glitch, by the way. I didn't know about the walking glitch in Agate Forest.
Yeah.
Or Agate Village, sorry.
I think that was found more like over the years. That didn't get well known. I think until around like YouTube era, like 2009, 2010.
I wasn't watching Okami too much. Gosh. I said Agate Forest instead of Agate Village. But I cleared Mount Battle. I thought it was cleared in the game. Okay, got a Time Flute. I already purified all the Pokemon. What am I gonna do with this?
Yeah, at that point, it's junk.
Well, so I was a little bit didn't understand why. So I did it again. This time without stopping in the story mode. Didn't do anything. Then I was like, okay, it must be the Mount Battle thing from in the battle mode. So I do it. I start playing and I do suspending, but there's a option in the battle mode where you can go to certain areas and start from there. Well, I did it and I swapped out my Pokemon team because I thought you just had to beat it. So I swapped out teams a lot. And I beat it again. Didn't get it. Finally, I said, okay, I'm gonna take my team from Emerald, and we're gonna beat it. Beat it again. Nothing happened. I'm getting really frustrated at this point because I've cleared Mount Battle 4 or 5 times at this point.
Yeah, which, again, this is a very long mode. It takes you about 10 hours, let's say, if you have, like, a perfect run.
And then, finally, I look up online because I'm really angry at this point, and it says you have to use your Pokémon Colosseum team in the battle mode to clear the Mount Battle in one setting. Not like one sitting, but like one continuous journey.
Yeah, it has to be from start to finish. You can't change your team out and re-register. It has to be the same team.
Can't jump to areas. Can't do any of that. So I finally know how to do it now. So I finally go through it again. And finally I get my hope. I was so relieved when I finally got it. I was like, oh my gosh. Because if you want to complete your national Pokedex in 3rd gen, this is the only way you're getting Ho-Oh. Yep. This is the only legit way you're getting Ho-Oh. There was a special event, and I left a comment on Lester's video about it, There was a special event I think planned for Fire Red and Leaf Green called I think Naval Rock, where you could catch Ho-Oh and Lugia, but I don't think they ever finished it or distributed this event out. The only way you can get it is through Action Replay or Game Shark or any of that stuff. That's the only way you can access this area and actually get Ho-Oh and Lugia that way.
So the event technically still exists in the game code. It's just that they never enabled it.
Yeah. You can look up videos of this place, and you can actually go to it. Ho-Oh is at the top of the mountain, and Lugia is down in the basement in the like water sections, caves of it. Yeah. So, yeah, you can catch Ho-Oh and Lugia that way, but that event was never distributed. I think the Mew event from Emerald in the Japanese game was also meant to be part of Fire Red and Leaf Green eventually, but they never got around to it. But they got around to it in Emerald, but only in Japan.
Figures.
You know how it is. But yeah, if you're trying to complete your Pokedex for 3rd Gen, and I want to, I'm kind of bashing a little bit of the people who are complaining about not getting all the Pokemon Sword and Shield. I'm going to go kind of controversial here. If y'all think it's hard enough, that it's bad that Game Freak's not giving you all the Pokemon, try buying, in order to complete the 3rd Gen Pokedex, this is by far the hardest national dex to complete, by far, you have to have. And I'm including the Mythicals. The Mythicals in here. You want to complete it? We're including Mythicals. You have to have a copy of Fire Red, Leaf Green, Ruby and Sapphire, Emerald, a Game Boy Advance, actually 2 Game Boy Advances.
You actually got a trade.
A Link cable, a GameCube, a GBA cable, a copy of Pokémon Colosseum, a copy of Pokémon XD, Gale of Darkness, and an issue of Nintendo Power that has an e-reader card, an e-reader, and a special demo disc that was distributed at the start of Pokemon Colosseum that has the Jirachi bonus disc, the Japanese version, which, guess what? If you want Celebi, you have to get a Japanese GameCube. You have to get a Japanese Game Boy Advance.
Yeah, because I never released Celebi in any other territory, so you have to import the dang game.
You have to import it because it's region locked. So
I forgot about that part. I think that's the worst, because some of the e-reader stuff you're saying you can get around, because I believe like one of them's just for one of the extra, like Latios or Latios, and you can get around that by replaying your whole game, which is annoying, but sometimes it's easier than getting a e-reader card.
And to top it all off, if you want to actually complete it, you have to get a Game Shark, because you ain't getting the events from you or Deoxys now. So have fun with that.
Oh.
You want to talk about expensive? Holy shit! This is just a complete dex. But like I said, the Pokemon Company knows that not everybody can get the mythical. So they're like, okay, you could get everybody but these, like, 4 Pokemon. Then you complete it.
But it still doesn't matter when a lot of that still requires multiple games, multiple systems, and trading.
Multiple different region game consoles and stuff like that. And you have to have a Japanese Pokemon Colosseum too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about it.
Well, that's just the bonus disc, because the Pokemon between versions for Colosseum are the same, so it's just a bonus disc.
But you have to beat the game in order to use the Celebi disc in the Japanese version of Colosseum.
Oh, they changed it for that? Because I know for the American one, you just pop in the disc and you catch Jirachi.
I think so. I think that's how you do it. I can't remember.
I was about to say, if it's similar to the one we got here, then it may just be that. You have to be at a certain point in your GBA files, which I believe is like after you get the Pokedex, and then you get Pokeballs. So, like, half an hour in.
But yeah, everybody wants to complain about how, now you're spending a lot of money in order to finish your deck stuff in Sword and Shield. I'm like, y'all haven't tried 3rd Gen, have you? 3rd Gen is by far the worst because the fact of the matter is that there was no connectivity between Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advance. There's no way you can transfer it.
No, I didn't mean to do Earthquake. I meant to do Rock
It's
Slide.
cheap nowadays, yeah. Exactly, Ethan. Like I said, it's freaking expensive if you want to actually do this. I actually have that Nintendo Power issue that has the Eon ticket in it.
I might have it too. I remember the issue you talking about, but I can't remember if I actually have like the card or not. It'd be buried in my closet if it is.
It had the Star Wars game on the cover.
Yeah, I might have that.
One of the GameCube Star Wars games on the cover.
Because that was around the time I was still getting a bunch of Nintendo Power.
Oh, by the way, you also have an e-reader too.
Yeah.
Rogue Leader, yeah, or something like that. It's that issue. And if you go look up online, those prices are ridiculous just for that magazine that has the e-reader card in it.
Yeah. But again, I believe that's just the Latios thing, so you can just replay the game, get the other one.
Yeah.
Because I don't believe they actually locked any major Pokemon behind that you actually need that for nowadays.
Actually, I'm going to be completely honest. If you have both Ruby and Sapphire, don't bother with the Eon ticket.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
Just don't bother with it.
It's really not worth it if you have both games.
I remember when Chugga did his Let's Play of Emerald, he said, I had to spend $150 to make this video.
Yeah, that's true. Although nowadays, when you think about it, that's like jump change compared to some of the other projects he's worked on. He definitely invests more into a lot. Like, I think I'm in the same boat with him when I'll say this. Yoshi's Woolly World is probably one of the most expensive games to fully cover because you need to own all these different amiibo.
Oh gosh, yes. Oh, whenever I eventually do that game, I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it.
You can show off literally every costume in both versions because you have all the amiibo compatible with the game.
My goodness.
I didn't show all mine in my playthrough because one, it would have been too much, and two, I don't even have all those figures that
I think I spent a good 3 hours scanning in all the amiibo.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, Ethan, just Master Ball, Latios, and Latios.
Yeah, that's what I usually do with roaming legendaries anyways.
That's what I do with Roman Legendaries. Say, fuck it, I'm throwing Master Ball.
Yeah, as long as you have enough Master Balls, like if you trade them in from a different game, or it's like, alright, I don't have anything else I need to worry about catching now, so just use the Master Ball in the roaming.
But yeah, it's just... 3rd gen is crazy with just trying to complete it. Yeah. I can't imagine, you have to have the help of friends too in order to complete it.
Oh yeah, there was also Mirage Island, which was another problem in the 3rd gen games.
3rd gen hates Mirage Island.
Yeah, that was a pain to get spawning.
Oh gosh. You want to talk about how shiny Pokemon are hard to get? Mirage Island. I have never seen Mirage Island. Yeah, exactly, Ethan. I never seen Mirage Island in my life.
I think I've seen it once. I think I've seen it once because I knew about the stipulations as a kid. And I just kept on trying to get it to finally show up. And I think I got it once because of that.
I never got it to show up. It bothers me to this day. But yeah, just Mirage Island is a pain. Like I said, it's easier finding a shiny Pokemon in the old rates of shiny Pokemon than it is to find Mirage Island.
That's another thing. Yeah, you bring a very good point, Ethan. If you don't know how to replace the battery on your GBA games to fix the clock issues now, you're going to probably have an issue trying to even get to that island because you need to have the system clock working. And most Pokemon game batteries at this point are dead. Mine are dead. I can't do any berry stuff anymore.
Oh, Kira, Mirage Island is an island that shows up under certain conditions of your ID number, I think. The weather conditions in certain situations, the time of day. I can't remember what the stipulation.
I think I read somewhere. I'm not sure. I need to look it back up. I remember one time they said it has a load on like a blue moon day or something like that. Like it has to be a very specific day that shows up with your time clock.
Yeah, it's something to do with the ID number. But it's a lot of stipulations that have to line up perfectly.
Yeah.
And all that's on the island are Kelpie berries and wild Wynots.
Yeah, it's not great.
It's nothing. Yeah. But I've never seen it in my life.
Okay. I have actually the specifics to get to the island. Every day, a random number between 0 and 65,535 is generated by the game. If the number matches the last 2 bytes of the personal value of any Pokemon in the player's party, then Mirage Island will appear. You have a 1 in 65,536 chance to get that to show up. And the chance can increase up to about a 1 in 10,923 if your party is full and like everyone's numbers are different. That's still terrible. You have better odds winning the lottery.
You have better odds finding a shiny Pokemon.
Yeah, big time.
That's literally better than finding a shiny Pokemon rather than finding a Pokemon. It's ridiculous.
I'm trying to play this a little bit with a wait bird just to be more just convenient here, but you may just notice me stutter once in a while while I'm walking. That's also why one battle I inputted the wrong command because I hit down and the thing stuttered for a second, didn't read it. Wait bird's not great nowadays.
Yeah, it's Mirage Island's ridiculous.
Yeah, like I said, I think I got this to show up once, and I was lucky I had it show up. And that's how I knew it was like, oh, it's nothing, because it's not worth going out of your way for something like that.
No, it's not. It's just wild Wynots, which you can literally breed.
Apparently, they also put the Mirage Island in the Pokemon Array Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire demos. So apparently, you can just like get 2 Mirage Islands to show up during play.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I'm just reading this on the Wikipedia now for Pokemon stuff. I'm trying to see what the specifics to get that to show up in the Oris games. I'm trying to see. Oh wait, no, it's just by story. It appears daily or may not appear. It can be replaced with Mirage Forest, Cave, Mountain, and then more Mirage spots can appear via Street Pass. Like, they made sure you can actually get to that area in the remakes.
You know, I'm gonna be like, I don't know how you feel about. Have you ever felt like a remake of a game, it doesn't quite live up to the original?
Oh yeah, there's a couple remakes I played that don't feel nearly as good.
I mean, I don't feel this way now, but I used to feel like Oras didn't live up to. Well, it's in some sense it doesn't live up to 3rd gen, like the original 3rd gen.
Yeah. Well, the biggest problem is it cut out some stuff that was added with Emerald, and that was some of the best stuff they added to a Pokemon game. Period. And it was just cut.
Yeah, I mean, like, I like Oras. Don't get me wrong. I actually really like Oras a lot, but I don't know. I feel like 3rd gen, like, especially Emerald version, was so much better. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's just because my bias towards the Battle Frontier being not there kind of bothers me. I don't know. I feel the same way with Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga's remake.
Yeah, to be fair, like, the remake by itself, like, it's a fine remake because it does fix a lot of issues with the original game. Controls do feel better, a lot of quality of life stuff, but the new mode it adds is kind of bad. Some of the animations don't look as good as the original because of how the sprite-based stuff worked. So there's some weirder changes made to it.
Well, not only that, another big complaint I have is the music wasn't as great as the original.
Yeah, there were just some things that didn't translate well because of how they designed the music for that game around the GBA sound chip in mind. So when all the songs were composed, it was composed with the tinnitus of the GBA. Trying to, like, remake all that music for like a 3DS sound chip, it kind of loses some of the charm.
I mean, I think it's my bias towards the GBA just because the GBA is literally my favorite thing ever in the world right now. Like, if you had to ask me what my favorite video game console that includes, you know, home, handheld, it's the Game Boy Advance. Game Boy Advance is my favorite console.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of biased towards it. So like I said, both Emerald and Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, I have attachment to it. It's hard to replicate that magic. So like Oraz is really good though. Don't get me wrong. I really did enjoy Oraz, especially what they did with the Delta episode. I really liked it. Really enjoyed it. It's by far like, you know, one of the best. I think it's honestly the best. I mean, Sun and Moon were really good though.
Yeah.
The original Sun and Moon were really good.
Yeah, original, because some of the things they did with the Alpha games, not so much. Or, no, not Alpha, like the Ultra games, sorry. I'm thinking of 3rd gen again.
But I do think Oraz is probably the best. The best 3DS Pokemon game?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Sun and Moon's close second.
Sun and Moon are good, but please, for the love of God, do not play that on original hardware. Play that on the new 3DSs, because the games run terrible on older 3DS models. Like 10 frames a second.
Yeah, I have a new 3DS. Playing on. So.
I've watched a playthrough of someone who recorded the whole Sun and Moon game, the originals, not the port versions, on a standard 3DS model, and oh, it was painful to watch.
It's only 10 frames per second in double battles.
Yeah, it's really bad on standard models.
Ethan, I'm gonna say it's really close with first and second with me. So
it wasn't your LP. Yeah, that's why you do have a standard model for capture.
Oh gosh, don't remind me. I have one too. Oh gosh.
Alright, well there's our first 10 floors cleared. All that just to get through 10.
Only 90 more to go.
Yeah, I know, right? Oh man. At least we're keeping up with this perfect win streak, because I want to get as many perfect wins early on, because that's going to make a big deal for late game. Alright, so now that we cleared 10 floors, try to leave here. My wait break kind of stutters for a second, but then hey, you won your way through Area 1. So now, here's 50 Poke Coupons. You get a set number per clearing out these areas, so each time we clear on Area 10, we're going to get some coupons to use. And then we can also continue, we can suspend here, and we can end if we just want to take our coupons and leave. We're going to continue, because this is going to be a long ride. And at this point, we're going to continue that one in the next part, because man, we're going to be doing these, in terms of how these videos are structured, they're going to be 10 battles per video, so some of these may be shorter, some may be longer, it depends on these battles, because they get meaty. But with that said, I'm going to go ahead and end things here. Next time on Let's Play Pokemon Colosseum's Mount Battle vs 100 mode, we're going to go ahead and continue forward into Area 2. I'll see you guys next time.